This is 5254 West Street. It's a true duplex. It was built, and when it was built, it was divided right in half. So most of our buildings in Bangor are old buildings that have been converted into 3 or 4 apartments. They're kind of choppy. This was built this way, so they have separate basements, separate first floor, separate second floor. They each have their own driveway. They have a driveway on that side, they have a driveway on this side. It has a 1-car garage with it. The owner just purchased it literally 2 weeks ago, and the prior owner had lived in that right side and had kept this with just a tenant in it every now and then. So literally it had been empty for a while, but it was in great shape. She hadn't done a lot on the outside, the former owner, so they have started de-weeding and that kind of stuff, and they are doing a bunch of repairs, but it is a very neat unit. This is considered the Fairmount area. There's a big park that's double-sided up the street with the basketball courts and that kind of thing. Quiet area. This is a one-way street, mostly single-family homes, just well-kept historical area. So the 1-car garage, it is small. Like, it wouldn't put, my truck would not fit in it, but you know, if you had a small car, it would fit in it. Or if you have a motorcycle or just want storage, it's great. It does have an auto door opener, and so for small car storage or toys, that kind of thing. It does have kind of a fenced yard, has a deck that currently is big. They are going to put a divider between the two, so you do have a little privacy. The yard will still be shared though. One of the things they're doing is outside work. They do have new storm doors going on. The former owner had the screen just taped in. Duct tape is the main product. But that's not appropriate, obviously. It does have this neat, though. This is like a little 3-season. And then you come in, and this is like a little mudroom. So it does have great storage. A lot of times, old units don't have very good storage. They are replacing the countertop. So they've got a new sink countertop. They are doing, this is that storm door I mentioned that's getting replaced there. Got a brand new Larson storm door that's going on. There's some built-in shelving here, you know, basic. But this is a kitchen, and I think this is probably the main entry. It does have a front porch and a front entry, but I don't know, that probably wouldn't get used unless you had guests or something. So this is a one room that is getting some work done to it. The rest of it's in awesome shape. However, this has that old faux white countertop, probably 70s. So they are replacing it. These are the M pieces, but this is the exact countertop. It's the faux granite. It looks like solid granite Formica. The table doesn't have to stay, by the way, but they've left it for a place to put stuff on. So this is going to be the countertop both over there and over here. And then they are going to paint the cabinets so they all match. So that'll be an improvement. It does have a washer dryer that come with it. It's kind of a neat feature. Has a bottom freezer stove, which does have handles. It's over there. They just moved that over here. So bottom freezer stove, which is kind of nice. It is good size for a kitchen because it does have plenty of room for it to eat in, or if somebody wanted to have one of those bars with like stools, you could do that here too very easily. So it does have a door into the basement, and then you've got a formal dining room, living room, or a double living room, and a half bath. It has a full bath upstairs. We will go downstairs first though. So it does have a full basement, and it's one of the neat things about having a true duplex is that it's got great storage. Typically we tell people it's main. So in the spring, it's a dry basement, but in the spring you might have a little bit of moisture from snow melt off, or if there's a really heavy rain, there might be a little snow melt off. However, you can kind of tell, like they've got doors from upstairs, I think, that, you know, are sitting on the concrete, so I don't think you have puddles. However, if you do pack this full of storage stuff, like a lot of people will put boxes, cardboard, that kind of thing, I would recommend running a dehumidifier, because if you run a dehumidifier, then the moisture, especially in our summer months, will be taken care of. You can see here, I think they had a kind of workbench area down here. Even had some lights and that little thing. The electric has been updated, so it's got circuit breaker panels all over there. Has its own water meter. The owner does pay the sewer, but you do have to take care of your own water and your own electricity. The heat, which is oil, is paid for by the owner, which is the big expense here. The reason, to be frank, we have people do water is that if a toilet is left running and nothing is said, it'll literally quadruple the bill. And we find that if people are paying the water, then they let an owner know when there's something going on that's causing the water to run up. The sewer bill is the most expensive. So the water sewer bill is done quarterly, and the sewer is 2/3 of the bill. So the water is pretty inexpensive. Typically, we tell people $40 to $70 a quarter will be your water bill, and then the sewer bill is twice whatever that is. So I think that kind of completes the basement, but you do get to see it's great storage. Could be a hobby area, or could be nothing if somebody doesn't need the storage as well, I suppose. But oh, I'm sorry, it does have lights, by the way. I didn't turn them on, but it does have them. We are having great weather for the fall. Usually it's colder, and it's been really nice the last couple weeks. So beautiful hardwood floors, first floor and second floor. It's got a nice little half bath. They updated with new vanity, and of course has a toilet. Has a nice fireplace, which is great aesthetics. I will say the fireplace is just for aesthetics. The it's wood burning, so the homeowner's insurance will not allow it to be actually used, but it is nice aesthetics. It's got all this original trim, which you don't see in our area. That's left in original. Usually it's been painted or completely ripped out, so it is really neat. The floors are original, and yet they're in beautiful condition. So it does have a ceiling fan in here, good size. It does have a cable outlet over there. I will say the other thing is all the windows have been replaced. So it's all vinyl replacement windows. It's got this wide, big entry, so tons of room to hang stuff if somebody wants. And then it does have nice front porch. It is open on both sides, but you have a storm door, and you can use it for storage or seasonal stuff. That's the rest of the countertop, by the way. It's pretty important. It's going to look great installed. I think if there's anything else, that's it for now. When you go upstairs, you've got 3 big bedrooms and the full bath. Obviously, you're kind of expecting most people probably use 2 bedrooms and an office, something like that. But it is a good size. The bathroom was renovated. It has the closet cabinet above, has a medicine cabinet. They did a nice tile surround around this. So that's been updated, in a nice deep tub as well. Does have a fan, which not all places in Bangor does. So start back here. So this is, again, one of 3. I think this is actually the smallest of the 3. Still not too bad size, be a great office or spare bedroom. Again, all these real hardwood floors. It does have this middle room, which again, I think is pretty decent sized. It does have closet, which is a little bigger because it takes up that space. This one would do a king size bed, probably better for a queen or a full, but would easily do a king. It does have a door which used to go up to the attic, and it's just locked on the other side. The owner is keeping the attic for their own uses, but and then big master in the front. It is a kind of bluish color, a bluish purple. The owner has said if somebody is interested, they could paint it, or the owner would be willing to paint it before moving if somebody wanted. The biggest thing here is this literally can do a king size or a California king size bed, which is hard to find in our area. It's got the wall sconces for a bed there, but you could put it on one of the walls. And the other neat thing is that they walled in the whole thing full of closets. It's incredible. I don't have this much closet space, I don't think. So, and that was, I think, what was the original closet. So they added shelves. So you have shelving, and then you've got all this. Of course, sliding doors, so it does shut. But you've got tons and tons of storage space. So just beautiful. So again, can be rented pretty much right away. They'll be done next week with the renovations. We're kind of expecting that somebody will take it for mid-October, and that's perfectly fine. Does include heat. The owner also does the lawn in the snow, which is kind of nice, because that means you don't have to worry about doing, snow. Get taken care of for you. It does have lights in both hallways, so they really did think about this, and it's been well cared for. You can tell the previous owner Didn't do stuff outside the last couple of years because of health problems, but inside the place just kept really nice. So if you would be interested, let us know.